Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be switching out my perfume tray and I'm going to be picking out new fragrances to wear for the month of July. If you are new here, I do monthly perfume trays and I rotate my fragrances. So I have around 150 bottles of perfume. So when I do a tray, it's really helpful because I can focus on a few of the fragrances that month and try to go through the bottles quicker and wear them more instead of having to pick from so many fragrances, and it's just fun. It's super fun to do. So with that said, if you would like to see what I'm going to be including in my July perfume tray, just keep on watching. Guys, I hope that you guys are doing great today. I already have my fragrances picked out, so I'm gonna go ahead and clear the tray. I know that the tray right now looks a little like there's a lot missing. It's because I'm going to be filming a video, so some of them I'm going to be featuring in that video, so I have them separated. But I'm gonna go ahead and clear out the tray. So I am going to be starting my tray, and I'm only going to let you guys know what is going to go on the tray. I'm not really going to go into detail about these fragrances because I do upload perfume tray updates. I call them my perfume diaries, and it's just where I update you guys on how I am loving the fragrances, if there are any that I just don't want in my collection anymore. Being a content creator, I'm constantly trying new things and I don't like a lot of clutter, so it's kind of like a back and forth for me. I love trying new things, but then at the same time, I have always been the type that likes to enjoy the things that I have in my collections. So yeah, I just go ahead and do decluttering and all that throughout the month and update you guys on why and how a fragrance is working for me, either if it's new or if I've had it for a long time and I'm just updating you guys on that fragrance. So with that said, let's go ahead and let's begin. So the first fragrance I'm going to put on my tray is one that I wore a very long time ago, around the same time that I used to wear Max Aquatic and Chloe, and I also used to wear this one a lot, so I did bring it back into my collection a while back and I haven't really been using it as much as I would like. This one is Givenchy Very Irresistible, and this is the Eau de Toilette. So I remember using this fragrance, but for a minute there I didn't know if it was the EDP or the EDT that I used, but I ended up buying both and I quickly figured out that the one that I used to use was the EDT. This is about as floral as Amy can get. This is pretty floral, but there's this warm spice in this fragrance. I cannot wait to wear this one this month. I'm going to also go ahead and include Juicy Couture Viva La Juicy again, just because in hot weather this fragrance is so good. It radiates off of the skin and it just gives you this beautiful, juicy, flirty, just super girly scent that is almost like irresistible. It's an oldie but a goodie. I did put a little light right there for my fragrances, so you can't really see it in the video, but it looks really nice. It kind of gives the bottles like a shinier look. So I bought it off of TikTok Shop for like $3 and it's working great. So the next fragrance I'm going to be adding to my tray is Dolce & Gabbana L'Imperatrice. This one is one that I love to wear in hot weather, and lately it's just been so hot. I cannot wear anything that's remotely thick or heavy because I will just get sick from it. So I'm adding a lot of these types of fragrances for the month of July. All right, so this next fragrance, I talked to you guys about it in my peach video that I recently uploaded, and I have family coming over soon and we made reservations for dinner one of those days, so I figured this would be the perfect time to try out this fragrance because it's going to be a little bit more, not dressy, but just more put together. I'm not just going to be home or running errands, and this is by Tiziana Terenzi and this is Andromeda. So I just want to use this one on those days that I'm going to be going out this month to see how I really feel about this when I'm wearing it, because I feel like I haven't given it enough use to really be able to give like really good review on it. So I want to use her again this month. Next up, I'm going to add Clean Reserve Sparkling Sugar. This is such a pretty peach and black currant, super musky fragrance, but there's something about it that, just like the name suggests, it's very sparkling, sweet, refreshing, fruity. I haven't used it in a minute, so I want to wear it because I noticed that the other Clean Reserve fragrance I had, which was Radiant Nectar, went bad on me quickly. So that's the only fragrance that has ever happened to me with that I can remember. So yeah, I want to use this one up some more and give it a nice dent. Next up, I'm going to be adding a fragrance that I haven't worn in a little bit and I am missing her. I want to wear it again. And I actually like how this smells in summer, like summer nights, not necessarily summer days. And this is by Giorgio Armani and this is Si Passione e Clot. This one is just so sexy to me, and it does have rose, I believe, but it's fruity, it's musky. I don't know, I feel like this one gets slept on, honestly. I feel like it's so sexy. So I also have a travel size of the original Si Passione, which is the one that used to be my all-time favorite. And I did get this travel size because I wanted to see if I wanted to bring the original back into my collection, because I believe the original one has a note of pineapple. So I don't know, I feel like this one might be working its way into my collection. Next up, we're going to be exploring this fragrance that I featured in a perfume haul. It's new to my collection. It is a Middle Eastern fragrance, pretty affordable. This is by Paris Corner and this is Tasin Marina, which this bottle is absolutely gorgeous. And this is super duper grapefruit and peach, which is notes that I really love in a fragrance. So I'm very excited to wear this one soon. Next up, I'm going to add another favorite of mine, and this is Perfumes de Marly Delina La Ros. This fragrance right here is just perfection to me. It is the same rose that Delina has, but it's just a more aquatic, fresh, sweet rose. This next fragrance I also talked about in my peach video that kind of made me want to bring out some of my peach fragrances. So I am going to be adding this Addict Eat the Peach. I love this. I've had this for, I would say, a couple years, and this one's my favorite one from this house. I do remember they sent me a few samples, I believe, and Eat the Peach was my favorite from the ones that I tried. But they do have other scents to choose from, and these fragrances are alcohol free. This is perfectly fine to put on your hair, on your skin, on your clothing, and it smells so juicy and peachy. Next up, I'm going to be adding a Fleur fragrance. I got this fragrance not too long ago. I did fall in love with the travel size first, and I brought in the full size into my collection. Now I just want to make sure that this is one that I use and love. So this is Fleur Father Figure, and to me this is just a very calming, zen, feels just comforting. I don't know if that's why they chose that name, but it does have something comforting about it, and it's just very like second skin, musky, a little powdery. It's a really nice one. Next up, I have Fugazi Angel Dust, which this was recently added to my collection, and I really loved it upon first impressions. So this month I'm going to be fully wearing it, testing it out, seeing how it lasts, even though I went to go do my laundry not too long ago, and the top that I was wearing when I did that video still smells like it. And I haven't gotten to that laundry because I kept doing like other laundry. So it had been a few days and I was in shock that I can still smell it as if it was just applied. So next up, I'm going to be adding Huda Beauty's Easy Bake Perfume. I don't know if this is ever gonna come back, but I do want to wear it because I feel like this is very beautiful for summertime, for going out during summertime if you're on vacation. It's just a really nice one. So I do want to give it some use this summer. Next up, this fragrance is going to be in an upcoming video. This video is not sponsored, even though I do work a lot with them. And this is from Juliana's Perfume, and this one is Lower Manhattan. I will be talking about this one soon in a video, but I do want to put it on my tray because I really like this one. This kind of reminds me of Baccarat Rouge 540, but fruitier and girlier without that metallic feeling that sometimes can come off from Baccarat Rouge 540, if you know what I mean. So I'm really enjoying this one so far. Next up, I have been kind of craving like candy-like, very sweet fragrances. I'm just such a nerd when it comes to fragrances, and I get so into it, you guys. So I am going to put this one on the tray and see if I'm still liking it, because the last time I put it on my tray, I really enjoyed it, and this was a perfume that I decluttered in the past and brought it back. So this is by Britney Spears, and this is Midnight Fantasy. This is like a blueberry perfume, which I had been looking for something that smelled kind of like blueberries. This one makes me think of blueberries, but it was very cloying when I tried it. But then recently I tried it again and I loved it. So yeah, this one will be on the tray this month. Next up, I'm going to be adding Gucci Flora Gorgeous Magnolia, because I just Really love this fragrance. This is another one that I can go out in the evening, or to have dinner with my family on a Friday night or in the weekends. So I like to have those options on my tray as well. Next up, I have Miss Dior Blooming Bouquet. This is such a beautiful fragrance to wear during summertime. The florals in here are just very bright and uplifting, and it's just such a feminine, girly scent, but not juvenile. It's still very, I would say, like modern, flirty, beautiful, feminine scent. Last but not least, on the sides of the tray, I'm going to be adding 2 Marc Jacobs fragrances. The first one is Marc Jacobs Daisy Love Days. And again, I just talked about this one not too long ago in a video, and that just made me crave it. It is one of my favorite Daisy Love fragrances, so it definitely deserves more love. And the last fragrance is going to be Marc Jacobs Daisy Love Pop. I'm bringing this one out again just because I want these to be like my easy reach fragrances for the month, and this one has a very nice note of pistachio in it. So that is going to be it for July's tray. I feel like I'm very excited about it. I love the fragrances that I have on the tray. There are a few new ones. There are some that I want to get to know much better. So I'm very, very excited to bring you along. Comment down below what you think of the fragrances that are on the tray. Let me know what you added on your tray for the month of July. And with that said, I can't wait to talk to you guys in the comments section. Give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you guys in my next video.
Pero le